kept secrets travel.
Will, best experiences in Kiev?
Personally, even though I'm not a massive football fan, but I just love all sports and I love going to different stadiums. You could go to the Kyiv Stadium, which fits just over 70,000 fans. And that sounds like a lot. It's, just like going to Wembley or Twickenham in the UK. I think it'd be a great atmosphere and something which you don't get to do every day.
Well, and I think it's a cultural experience like it is in Brazil and Colombia and Ukraine.
Yeah, we've been to football games in Barcelona, Brazil, been to rugby games in Auckland. Exactly. Yeah, go see local sport. Just randomly pick a team. Try and make sure it's the home team because then you're less likely to get attacked. So Morgan, you've been to Kiev. Mm-hmm. What would you say your best experience was?
So this is definitely a best kept secret. It's a bar called Palata Number 6 and it's kind of like a speakeasy bar. So it's really irritatingly difficult to find because it's sort of behind in a courtyard. You know how you have in American shows, you have like around the back of a restaurant there's like steps down to the kitchen.
Yeah,
it was sort of like that. That's how you get in. So it was like almost underground and around the back, and there was no signs for it. But the reason that you must go to this place if you're ever in Kiev is it's mental asylum themed. So all the shots you drink are out of test tubes. The bar staff are dressed up as sort of mental cases or doctors. And then this really interesting shot that you can do, which will definitely be putting a picture or even a video up, where you can put a helmet on and they give you this thing to wear, and then they set your head on fire. And whilst they've set your head on fire, you do shots and they hit you with a wrench, and then at the end of the shot, they pick up an empty barrel and hit you on the head with the barrel. And then after that, they put, I assume he drinks some sort of spirit, and then he blows on the fire, which then shoots out in a massive flame, which then happens, and then he grabs the fire off the helmet and high-fives you to put it out.
Okay, if you guys do not believe that this is a real thing, what I'm going to do just for this, but what we're also going to do is I'm going to get Morgan to upload that video to YouTube so you guys can actually click on a link in the description below now. So you guys can actually see the whole clip of Morgan getting hit by a barrel with a whatever on his head. Yeah, you can see Morgan getting hit in the link in the description below. So I recommend you go and click it now.
And it was slightly unnerving because I had this Ukrainian guy that I just met chanting, "You're going to die. You're going to die," whilst I was doing it, which felt fantastic.
If you're British like us and for some weird reason you really enjoy queuing and you want to queue until late or early in the morning until late at night, go try the Perapitchka.
Do they roll their R's?
Is a 100-meter long queue which will move very, very fast. It sounds thrilling, but right at the end is the Perapitchka, which is a type of street food. It sounds super simple because all of it is dough around the outside and a sausage through the middle.
Is that a sausage roll, basically?
It looks a bit like a glorified sausage roll, but with a doughy outside. Neither of us have tried it, but supposedly out there it's the rave thing to go and do. And as Morgan's just done, he read a review and said it tastes like a heart attack.
That was to do with the Quins match.
That was to do with the Harlequins match, but we're going to keep that.
We have to keep that bit. Another really cool thing that's very unique to Kiev is going and doing one of these urbex tours. And basically what these are is, under Kiev there is a labyrinth of tunnels and sort of catacombs, and you can basically get a tour guide who will take you round and to explore these catacombs. You'll get the opportunity to get some amazing photos, and then you'll even get to experience going into an old abandoned Cold War bunker, which was a really cool experience because the one that I got to see was pristine. Like, it'd been left completely untouched. There was still everything in there. There was a newspaper article from the 1960s saying about how Star Wars is awful and it's just American propaganda. And it was really interesting, really weird to see. And then they had all these pictures of what to do when there was a nuclear attack. And it was a really cool experience that you're not going to get in many other places. Would recommend.
100% recommend. Bye, Morgan.